guys, let me sell ourselves to the president. Sell ourselves. That is what it is. And the things, like I said, you guys are watching. You are excited. You are happy with this. That's why I'm confused. That's why I came on that show and I talked about. I don't think I've offended you. You know, you could be offended. I don't know. But I just want to put some facts why people were shouting. Yes, I have issues. Let me say this. And I asked a very difficult question. And that's the part I'm going to address it. What do they have issues with you? And they make money for you? Because I don't think that you should even give money of the state to people, no matter who you are. But I, as the governor, I work with the community. The community will farm well, proper farming. And then me, as a governor, the state will get. Urhobo, I want to start with that. It's a very beautiful, I call it a Sunday evening. You guys have the opportunity to see this face. If you don't want to watch my face, cut off. Because today is not funny. But I'm here to talk to you on something very, very important, my Urhobo people. And I will see, like I always say, at my age, I don't think I have time to be wasting. So if I come here and I don't see the topic worthwhile, I will leave. But today is a very important topic, something I've been talking about, and I think I should say it again. I once have the opportunity, when I have the gathering of everybody, to do what I do. Then I have other things carrying me and I left. And I look back now, I see whether something is happening. It's still not happening, my people. So today, let us be brutal. Let us just not reserve it. Let's talk to each other sincerely, without fear or favor. Today, I said, let us re-image the Urhobo Progress Union for the 21st century. I can see the current campaign. People are running for the office of the UPU. And I can see the caliber of men now running for the offices. I'm quite impressed. That is a start. But I don't know how you expect. It's like expecting INEC to deliver a result without restructuring INEC itself. What kind of result can this current UPU give to you? That is the question I want to ask. I don't want to start with it, but I have to start it because that's not where I wanted to start. Now, the only problem we have is my people. Our people, we are disorganized. We are scattered. This one is doing this one, this one is doing this one, this one is doing this one. Ibuno. In situations like that, you don't see progress. And right now, we are like oppressed people in our own land. Why are you oppressed? You know, the funniest thing is that, and that is the message I want to take home today. I said unorganized people can never be oppressed. Let me use that word. It's the most important fundamental of human progress. If you are organized, nobody can oppress you. Then when people came together, what happened? We were able to almost get to God. That is an organized people. When people are organized, nobody can oppress them. And today, I want us to be very clinical as we approach this issue. I want to talk to not only Urhobo, but I'll end up with my own people. But let me put it this way. Within the entity called Nigeria, we have different ethnic nations. So and that's the thing that confused me. So we have the Urhobo nation, we have the Ijo nation, we have the Yoruba nation, we have the Hausa nation, we have the, I'm sure there are so many other nations, even the Isako nation, I know the Icha nation, and the Shekiri nation, the Anioma, I don't know, there may be more than one nation over there. One nation. So what I'm saying is, there is a basis to succeed. And the unfortunate thing that has happened to us Nigerians is that we have all dropped our unique natural identity. And we are relying on the Nigerian state, which on its own is a failure anyway. But it's even unfair to the Nigerian state because we are so divided. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to see the Urhobo man closer to me than the Shekiri man. And the Shekrima will do the same. So you're not going to get one Nigeria that you are talking about. At a point in time, there will be elements of discrimination. Even Jesus Christ said, it is not wise to give the food of the children to the dogs. Go and read your Bible. It's a natural thing. But this can be turned around, though. It can be for the good of the nation and for the good of us. Today, relying on the Nigerian state is not. Our liberation, like I said, it will not be handed over to us. We're going to build it. We're going to build it. And that's why I'm going to limit my discussion today to the RHOBO people. And they've actually been able, not these current people now, our forefathers were able to organize themselves. They set up the Urhobo Brotherhood, which metamorphoses into the Urhobo Progress Union of today. The only challenge we have really is that the Urhobo Progress Union of today is the Urhobo Progress Union of yesterday. Even the one of yesterday, the people that founded it had a better vision for the union than now. I want to first by acknowledging and thanking the king of the Oroji of Ukbe, who said that we are all Urhobos, that Urhobo have different dialects, that we picked on the one of Agbaro, Urhobo of Agbaro, to be the general Urhobo, which is good. So we all can speak Agbaro Urhobo today. Hello? Otherwise, Ukbe is a different dialect. It's a different dialect. Sometimes I don't even know. I can understand it. Isoko who claimed not to be Urhobo than the Ujemi or than the Ukbe. But shame. I really want to thank the man for that. But you know, when I talk, everybody talk about unity, unity, unity. How do you? Unity is the most expensive word to use. Sometimes you guys just use it. Let us unite. Let us unite. You don't know the meaning of uniting. You unite for a common purpose. Otherwise, there's no unity. Let me repeat that. Unity is about uniting for a common purpose. If there's no purpose of you coming together, what are you uniting for? The question I asked Urhobo today is, why are you uniting? What are you uniting for? Is it only to win governorship election of Delta State? Is that what Urhobo Progress? Is that what Urhobo Union is? Is that what the meaning of Urhobo Ekugbe? Is that what it means for us? Let me understand. Let me say that again. I know this. Urhobo is very fond of, oh, let Urhobo be united. Let Urhobo be one. Yes, and I'm going to play the Urhobo national anthem shortly. What I'm asking you people today is that unity about winning elections? Because the only time I see the man of this Mosoga man, Amori, is always going to come together when there is a next election. He's the first to put the group together, and he will be the chairman of the group. You know, he's going to make sure we win the next election. Or he always make mistakes though. He always going to pick on the wrong person and he's going to be corrected. But that's not it. He's just a hustler man. He's a hustler. But I give him credit. But I want to ask a question. What are you people uniting to? What are you uniting for in Urhobo land? That is the thing I don't understand. So, and that slogan, Urhobo Progress Union, unity is strength. What kind of strength is in your unity right now? You see, Mona Noves, the people that created Urhobo Progress Union for us, our forefathers. Let me remind you, Urhobo Progress Union was already existing before Nigeria was formed. Before the amalgamation of the, in fact, give our forefathers credit. They did it then to solve a problem. And today, unfortunately, the current UPU cannot even scale to that time, not to think of today. Let me make it very clear. Our forefathers they set up Urhobo College, meaning they were not just a socio-cultural group. Let me talk to those of you wanting to be ESCO of UPU today. You want to be UPU president, you want to be UPU secretary general, whatever you call yourself. Do you understand that the people that set up UPU, their mission was not a socio-cultural group? As you tell me today, it was made for the economic liberation of the Urhobo nation, for the complete emancipation of the Urhobo nation, for the education of the Urhobo nation. That's why they were able to set up Urhobo College. If you ask the current UPU now, where is Urhobo College? Now, If it is a socio-cultural group where people eat banga soup or break kola nut, would they have set up RHOBO College? If UPU, the people that set it up, where their mission was to, okay, that socio-cultural group. I don't know what the meaning of socio-cultural group anyway. Because the last time I checked, that was not the mission of our forefathers. Well, let's take it easy. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Maybe we can make more sense. Urhobo Progress Union. A union. You know, when I hear it, it's so big. When I was growing up, that is one of the big words you want to hear. But maybe it's time for it to evolve, or its relevance becomes. In fact, I call for it to be either exterminated. If you don't improve it, then Urhobo don't need it, because this is the 21st century. Our challenges are different. How will I explain this to you? I didn't want to start the topic with Urhobo Progress Union, but let me hold on to it. There was a time African people came together. The whole of African nation, after getting independence, before some gained independence anyway, they came together in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to do one thing, that they should come together and form a unity, that Africans want to be united. You know what they come up with? They came up with a loose organization called Organization of African Unity. How many of you are children of that time? A lot of young people may not even know. They don't even, young people today don't even know of African Union, not to think of Organization of African Unity. When we were growing up, what we knew or what we were reading about, what we were taught was Organization of African Unity. That was our time. Now, why do you think Organization of African Unity changed to African Union? Ask yourself that question. Because the aim, the purpose, the structure of the Organization of African Unity is not fit for the 21st century. Now, Africa is thinking of how they're going to come together for a common purpose, for economic prosperity. Now they understand that. And that's why they've come up with the Continental Free Trade Agreement. You see that big thing the Africa has come up with. Sooner or later, by God's grace, Africa is going to have one army and one currency. And I cannot explain that better. You know what happened to Europe? Europe now have the EU. Instead of having some stupid naira of those days, Europe now have the euros, which is now higher than the US dollar. But that's not my topic. Let's come back home. Urhobo Progress Union. Let's stick to that so that I don't deviate too much. Because my topic today, I'm going to talk about what the current Urhobo Progress Union can do for us. And perhaps that is the discussion of the day. What can Urhobo Progress Union today do for you and me? Now, you forget that if the UPU fail, we fail. And that's why we're where we are. If UPU were doing the right thing, we will not be here. And it's not the fault of the person there. Because it's what is it when you set up an organization, you say this is what the organization is going to do. That is what it's doing. I don't like Esegan, but Esegan is helpless. He doesn't even know what to do. What do you expect from him? First, let me tell you one thing about UPU. UPU is a socio-cultural group, number one failure. The people there are working on voluntary basis, they are not paid. And what are the aims of the current UPU? Can you define it? And do they go to work every day? No. And now, what do they wake up in the morning and say, I am the president or I am an ESCO of the UPU? What is my assignment? What is my job? Define it. They don't. If I ask you, as a GAM cannot define it. Those of you who, even the youth, you people in the youth wing, you cannot define what the UPU is. And it's sad. And this is not, in my book, the UPU can do better than Delta State if we come together. There's nothing Delta State can achieve that the UPU or that Urhobo cannot achieve. You know what is so surprising? Even the kings have reduced themselves to now believing that they are nothing. Sir, you are a king. I saw the handing over, they just hand over staff of office to another king. So you are a king. What does that mean? What does it mean to be a king in Urhobo land? And I don't want to talk too much about that because I'm going to offend you, sir. What does it mean? Of what purpose? Why were you set up? What is your role in the community? I'm looking for it, sir. I still haven't seen it. And it's sad. Okay. You know, before I came on this platform, I want to tell you a little history. The man that inspired me in all this is actually a very, very bold man. His name is Marcus Garvey. And the only reason you have independence in Africa today, you gotta give credit to this man. This is the man that gave us independence today. The independence we are talking about, it came from him. I give you a brief history of who he was. Marcus Garvey left Jamaica with a paper bag, got to New York, Harlem. There he was a bloody immigrant. But what the guy saw was black people were so disunited. They were scattered. It's not as if they know what they were confused. In the midst of the confusion, they were nobody. You know what Marcus Garvey did? Marcus Garvey put them together under an organization called, he was able to operate the Universal Negro Improvement Association. He set up that organization. Just like we now have the UPU. His own was not universally acceptable, but he set up this group. And his mission was, if black people, if you put your money together, we can do something as a people. Because as at that time, the black man want to go and buy something from the shop. The white man wouldn't want to take the money from him because he's a black man. But you take the money, they will drop the money. So, but you take the money, but you don't want, the skin is too dirty for you. There was nothing the black man was not saying. We will not be, in fact, if you want to wash your clothes, you go there in the laundry, you wait until the white man is finished. If you want to eat in a restaurant, the white man will eat first before you. In fact, you get up for the white man. Marcus Garvey said, no. We cannot be slaves in our own wealth. He came up with it. You know what he did? He made black people to put money together as investors. Let me understand. Let me use the word. He asked them to invest in one organization called the Universal Negro Improvement Association. With this one, when the money came together, Marcus Garvey was able to set up their own laundry, supermarkets, restaurants. You know what he did? A poor man that came from Jamaica was able to buy 2, 3, 4 vessels, and he called it the Black Star Line. You know what is Okuna? My Urhobo will call him Okuna, because I know Urhobo, they different language. But he bought them and he named them the Universal Black Star Line. What that means, what the message from it, what I'm trying to say is that he was able to put the people together. They invested. Now there were no more slaves. With only Marcus Garvey was able to change the destiny of black people. In fact, that was where Dr. Nkrumah came from and helped us to get to the independence you have today. In fact, if you see who opened Fela Eye, the fella that transformed Nigeria, Fela went to America, and these were the people that opened Fela Eye. When he came back, he was preaching the message he preached for us, which has helped to revolutionize Nigeria to where we are today. A big thank you, Marcus Garvey. I don't know. In the next thing I will be celebrating, I will be part of those celebrating you, sir. I don't know how much I can say to thank you. This man we are talking about now, for those of you who said you are young people, Marcus Garvey died at 36. So he was not an old man. For those of you today, you Urhobo people, Urhobo boys I'm talking to now, the people that say that they are the young people, the Urhobo youth, they are actually older than Marcus Garvey. Now, when he did the Urhobo school today, the youth school, now old past Marcus Garvey, that changed our destiny for today. Urhobo said, you are not a child. You should be ashamed. And I'm going to talk to you people today. Because the reason I'm offended is I have actually taken my time to put some things on it, and I've said to many of you, you don't even get to say that, KRIS, what are you talking about? Now, let me tell you the new Urhobo we want. The new UPU we want. It's a UPU that is in tune with the 21st century. Don't forget, we are no more living in a digital world. We are now in an AI world. and you bring an old man as a gap, he's expired. He's a barrister, yes, old in that way. Listen, listen, I'm in the legal profession right now. The old lawyers, they can't even fit into the new space. They cannot. Because with what AI has brought in, they no more they look paper to they look for cases. Cases are now coming online. Are you ready? Let's not talk about that. I'm not saying Barrister Esigam is not qualified, but his ideas are outdated. The UPU need to move. And where we are, we're not going to get anywhere. Now, this is the new UPU we want to see. Let us copy what Marcus Garvey has done. That's what I'm saying. Let us copy what the EU have done. They move from the old system to the new. Why? What is the new? You know the funniest thing? This UPU, as you're telling me now, they don't even know that they can grow wealth for Urhobo Nation. That is my anger. Okay. You know, all I can say is that had Marcus Garvey, had this man have what we call a land in America to farm, Marcus Garvey would have made so much money. Oh, why would he do any other thing other than farming? Why would Marcus Garvey even think of all this restaurant? He would have his own farm. But in America then, there was no land. My question to UPU, don't you have land? Sorry, I don't know. I'm using a documentary by Urhobo person, Peter. It will not verse Peter. I'm using a picture because I like. I still prefer this president to this new one. When I know verse, even when I think this one is a failure too. What I want to ask is this: what is the mission of the current UPU? What are they out to achieve? Can you just let people to office without let me ask again, what is the aims? What are the aims and objectives of the current UPU? To unite Urhobo together. Oh, let me understand that. To unite Urhobo. Because until you define that, we are lost. How can a superior organization like the UPU be lying dead? It's dead. Do you know what this UPU can do? I've cried again and again and again. And then I came up with something called the Urhobo Commonwealth. This is what I want to talk about today. That's why I said, if you see the flyer I sent out, let us sit down and talk about the Urhobo Commonwealth. You know, I'm not talking of the Commonwealth. They're talking the type UK and Nigeria belongs to, because that is not Commonwealth. What I want to talk to you about today is the true meaning of Commonwealth. The right way to use it is to call it a cooperative society. But this is bigger than a cooperative society. This is a nation united for a common purpose. And I said, if the UPU is set up to achieve this, then they know they have a mission. That your mission is to pursue Urhobo Commonwealth. Now, the new UPU must be set up to pursue Urhobo Commonwealth. And for that to happen, there will not be people that are elected to work on part-time. They should be paid. There should be an office. They should resume work Monday to Friday. And their mission is to achieve this Commonwealth for the Urhobo Nation. Now, what is Urhobo Commonwealth? Let me explain that, then I'm going to tell you what the new UPU should look like. I said again and again, Urhobo Commonwealth is a union where Urhobo sons and daughters invest their money. Okay. Let me say this. Urhobo Commonwealth is a union under the UPU preferably, where Urhobo sons and daughters will put their money, invest their money into Urhobo businesses that will make wealth for them and in the process grow the nation. Urhobo sons and daughters to invest their money in Urhobo projects, Urhobo businesses, with the sole aim of making money for them and the nation, and as a result grow the nation. That's what Marcus Garvey did. Black people were able to invest money in those restaurants, in those laundry, in those Black Star Line Marcus Garvey set up with the aim of making money for them. But in the process, he created job and pride for Black people. Now, the question I ask is this. Imagine a situation where Urhobo sons and daughters, now UPU, is now established. They go to work Monday to Friday. That is their job. They have been elected to work for the Urhobo. The way when you have a president, does the president not work from Monday to Friday? The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he goes to work Monday to Friday. The governor of Delta State, he goes to work Monday to Friday. Why do you think the Urhobo Union does not deserve that? In fact, I don't like the Urhobo Progress Union. The progress should be removed. The language should be Urhobo Union, because let's grow. Now Europeans have cut their own shot. Africa has cut their own shot. Remove the progress. Urhobo Union. The way we have EU, the AU, UU. Our own is UU, Urhobo Union. And this new Urhobo Union, their mission is to grow. Just copy what the governor of Delta State is doing. Copy what the governor of Nigeria is doing, the president of Nigeria is doing. Or copy what is happening at the EU level. Their mission is to grow, to bring prosperity to these people. How are they doing that? They collect taxes. That's what the federal government is doing. Sometimes they do businesses, not that Delta State can do business and be fighting them, because Delta State is blind. But don't you think if we as a people now say, okay, we now have the UPU, well set up. You go to work Monday to Friday, sir, you are paid. This is your salary as the president of the UPU, and this is your office. These are your cars. These are your entitlements. You'll be well paid. You should be well paid. But your job is to raise money and do business for Urhobo sons and daughters. You are just our manager to manage our money for us so that we can grow. Individually, I cannot do it. But in a group, we can. Now, let me put it this way. Now, if the UPU now set up that way, can set up Urhobo Bank. What do? I'm coming home. If they can set up Urhobo Agric, if they can set up Urhobo Housing, Urhobo Petroleum, you know what? There is nothing. In fact, the Urhobo Security, I'm going to tell you how we're going to monetize all of them. In fact, Urhobo Supermarkets. What is it that we cannot do? I'm just excited because when I got this inspiration, I called people together and said, this is what we need to do as Urhobo people. One of the Urhobo man came there and he said, you can pick money on the street of Urhobo land. You never pick the money for street of Urhobo land. I don't live out for you since. Now they make me vex. Small time I go begin the name una the disgrace una. Me, I get big mouth. Go open your platform. You know why I did it? I'm in a privileged position. I cannot compare myself to the present UPU. You know, the current present UPU, down to as little as a website. The easiest thing, and it is free. Urhobo Progress Union does not have a website. If na get, wanna show me where it is. A website that an Urhobo son will do for you for free. The Urhobo Progress Union of today does not have a website. I doubt if you have a Facebook page, because I've never seen the young one now, the youth wing. Blessed, I never see you post for Urhobo Progress Union Facebook page. In a situation where Delta State have a Facebook page now, Nigeria should have a website. Where is Urhobo website? No, I'm talking. I'm at the verse. Urhobo got website. Abemona give me. Where is Urhobo as a whole? Where is your website? Okay, we'll be Urhobo people, right? Very good. Now we get to Urhobo Progress Union, right? Very good. I ask a question. Where is Urhobo website? That's how bad it is. Even if you cannot have a website, the Facebook page takes 2 seconds to create a Facebook page. Are you telling me these people are there for a purpose? So, in fact, I not go 1 second, I not go take her to cancel my name from that place. Your waste of space. If you don't know, I will say it million times. People have complete waste of space. That to a little website. Show me where is RHOBO website. Something that, you know, the funniest thing, when I was, the last website I have for RHOBO television, it was one of RHOBO's song in South Africa. He called me, said, Daddy Chris, I'm going to open and I'm going to help you with the website because he didn't like the website I had before. The boy did it for free. As an RHOBO son, do you have a website? UPU, do you have a website? Even those of you in the UK and in America, you cannot advise them at home that the number one thing we need right now is a website, because the website is where everything can happen. Number 2, what Marcus Garvey did. Don't forget, as at the time of Marcus Garvey, there was no website. Internet never come. But he did one thing. The guy is an expert. What Marcus Garvey did learn, he learned printing. So he was able to do one thing. He knows the importance of communication. If you want to take over Nigerian government today, you get to that radio house and you make an announcement that you have taken over the government. Communication is key. Wole Soyinka almost overthrew Nigerian government through the radio station. He set up a pirate radio. I'm going to ask you people again, where is RHOBO television? This television I have now. You know, I don't have it. I don't even claim to have it. I'm saying to RHOBO, come and use it. They couldn't. Forget about my own. Now, this television I'm running now is on Facebook and YouTube. It's not that expensive to run. Now, who can do this better? Is it that the KRIS or RHOBO Progress Union? Like I said, I don't like the word RHOBO Progress Union. Today, that name should be cancelled. Progress should be removed. It should be RHOBO Union. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to do that myself. But I will say what I think. The question I'm asking is, what are these use of this RHOBO Progress Union that we have now? Who are the people there? We're going to take RHOBO, ask them question for me. Do we have a website? Do we have a Facebook page? So if I'm RHOBO's son anywhere in the world, how do I relate to you? When I just win election for UK, I know the verse for my people here. But I go talk. I know say I go talk, but not now. Because I know the new president, I know the young vice president, so I'm going to give them time, but I'm going to talk to them in a very hard way. This thing cannot continue the way it has been going. And if RHOBO dare again to elect another zombie into that office, now they destroy our future. Because the truth is, I cannot do it better than the UPU. And the UPU does not belong to you. It is the sweat of our forefathers. It belongs to us. So I have right to talk as an RHOBO man. Right now, you people have reduced the UPU to RHOBO, to nonsense. Because it has no mission, no purpose. Like, let's put it this way. Like I said now, Marcus Garvey was able to put black people who were scattered, the way RHOBO's sons and daughters are scattered now. Now, we are a population of almost 10 million people. We are bigger than some countries in Africa. They tell you are 5.something million, even if you are just 6 million people. You know what is 6 million? Slovenia, I was staying there for some years. Slovenia is only 2 million people, meaning we are 3 times Slovenia. If we are just 6 million, but I know we are 10 million. A population of 10 million people, is that a joke? So, as a GAM, you are the president of 10 million people. Wake up! Now, the 10 million people you are ruling, they don't even have an identity. How do you even talk to them? You don't talk to them. You don't even have a place. There's no website. No single Facebook. How do you even release a communique? You know that today. The last time I checked, Mona no verse. If RHOBO won't make announcements, they will go RHOBO voice. Mona no verse, RHOBO voice. But now don't say, now not be newspaper. Mona no verse. I don't think Urhobo voice is even online. In this 21st century, Mona no verse Urhobo voice, Mona no verse. I get one guy there, not my guy. So I know they talk bad of now, but I'm not gonna wake up. If we keep quiet, it is to keep getting worse. It keep getting worse. What I'm saying to you people today is, if we now set up the UPU, that's it. Now UPU now have, I like to call it Urhobo Union, because this UPU, they make me the best. You see the way AU is, African Union, European Union, Urhobo Union, simple, solid, and firm, with a mission for Urhobo Commonwealth. Now, we will not be able to set up our currency because we cannot do that. But with Urhobo Bank, when I invest our money in our bank, Urhobo sons and daughters will come. If I pay me through Urhobo Bank, it becomes a national bank in Nigeria. There should be Urhobo Airline. Only 2 aircraft. Thank God to them, the politicians have managed to put an airport at Osubi. Now they will go start to fly. Only 2 aircraft now will take start. Urhobo Airline will be flying everywhere. Our name. People will know in Nigeria that there's a set of people called Urhobo. Now, God gave us farm, the best of all the land. If you go to Urhobo land and you cannot farm, you are sick. And the good thing is that we are so close to water. Come to a river. That Ethiopia water, that Ethiopia river, is a blessing of its own, which allows you to fish. What is lacking in Urhobo nation? That your kings cannot see this. UPU cannot see this. We are waiting for Boriwari, who is a failure. No verse, Boriwari, you're a failure. You're not waiting for him to come and take care of you. So until the Boriwari give us something and not go eat. Let me ask the king. Before the government of Nigeria came, did they give us food? Don't the king have make their own money? I'm going to ask the king of Ogara. Can't you make money? Ogara is your land. You are the leader of Ogara. Can't you make money with the land, with the people? You know that I said this again and again. I've never heard one king call for a launching with something I don't like. I don't do launching. But have you people actually called for a launching and it didn't work? You know, the last time I checked, the UPs have never called one day, say me they launch anything. So the essence of UPU now to go beg Ubori for money. And you are now reduced to nothing. Even the kings now only make governor call on and give them money. But can we make money, sir? Can't Urhobo make money? Can't we make our own money? That is what I'm asking today. Are we not big enough to make our own money? The petroleum they are talking about is in our own land. The amount of oil wells in Urhobo land alone is unprecedented. What does it take to serve a small refinery in Urhobo nation? What will it take us? Say we want to have a refinery. Again, this will not work because the KRIS cannot have the refinery. Even if I have it, my children will throw it away. Hebrew children, where? Mona no verse. All the rich men when they don't go with their money. I'm not looking for my money. I'm looking for the progress of that nation. Individually, we continue to fail. You know how long I've been waiting for the Urhobo education sector? Now, we will take all the schools in our land, we take it from the government, and we run our own schools. I'm telling you now that both the primary and the secondary school will take government, take your hand out, we'll pay you safe. Because they have the structure. We just need to run it better. And that is what the Urhobo Union is going to do. Under the Urhobo education system, instead of doing that, we even gave government back our Urhobo college. Instead of taking government schools and running it well, We gave the only one our forefathers gave. We gave it to government because we couldn't run it. You see, I don't know about you. You know, the last time I was running this organization with my people and I told them of RHOBO housing, and they don't understand what I was saying. I'm going to talk so that because I don't have a lot of time, I won't spend more than 1 hour because I don't have the energy. Sorry. I talk about this RHOBO housing and they were looking at me. Let me tell you, RHOBO, I'm ashamed of you. Sorry. Have you been to Lagos recently? Now, Lagos is growing on a daily basis with what I would call estates. They're springing up in numbers. Okay? And this of RHOBO owner, if they pay me rich bone, do you know there's no kingdom in RHOBO land that have an estate? Mona look me today. Why are you? When I finish, Mona cost me. There's no single kingdom in that RHOBO nation. The RHOBO land with 24 kingdoms, which God has divided to make it easier to have 24 estates to start with. There's no one that have an estate. So when I clap for myself, Urhobo of Wavu, are you guys joking? What will it take for us to have an estate? I mean, when I say an estate, Ugara estate. This is rubbish. Ugara don't even have a burial ground. They bury everybody everywhere. No single town planning. And now let's put it this way. The land is there. If we take some acres of land and then start to say, look at what they're doing in Lagos. It's not even them that is building it. But I'll do my own differently. Because I'm sure RHOBO have engineers. I will not behave like Okowa and like Boriwori. I will use RHOBO sons and daughters who are trained in engineering, who can do construction. They're the ones that are going to build the estate. We just need to draw and I'm sure we have architectures. Who will give us the look of our estate? They should all look alike so they will know they are in RHOBO land. We just pray to Ugara, one color, pray to Abraka, another color. Pray to all these places. You know how beautiful it's going to be. What will happen is that RHOBO sons and daughters will start to buy their houses even before you finish. Once you can come up with a mock version of the houses, they will be rushing to buy it. Most of us are in diaspora and many of us are rich. Because as it is now, let me tell you, if there is RHOBO Ugara estate, you know what? In that Ugara estate, there's going to be constant electricity. There will be security. Nobody's going to go there to do anything. There will be internet. The road will be clean. There will be water. Because that's how it's going to be constructed. Instead of me to build a house and go and build a borehole, I know I don't need that. Instead of me to think of how to buy a generator or two for my... No, because I'm going to try and buy a house there. And together, it is easier to... In fact, to bring in solar... I think on the side of every estate should be the solar farm that will supply the estate electricity. And there will be the sport, and there will be the school. Why would you not have a house there? All of us will be fighting today to have a house in Ugara Estate. The same thing will be in Abraka Estate, in Sample Estate. Oh my God. I'm saying that if we had started this, you know what would have happened? Now that our son is governor, he will be seeing that, oh, these people are serious. Now, this is the initiative of UPU. I'm not saying governor should come and do this. It's up to the governor to key into the vision. Because governor, they will not come and take oil from our land without accounting for it. I'm not even going to talk about that today. But how can it be so difficult for us to have one estate to start with? Or from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Will it be so bad if we say in the next UPU, say, I'm going to make sure we're going to have one estate. On one video, they go put for nothing. I worry through there. Be the president general for Asa. No verse because I go verse one day. One thing I go put camera on my face. As soon as set up that union there, because if the president general they face self, una supposed to be the body that makes law. Una no get mission. What do you guys do there? I'm asking one question, Urhobo. What is the SS? What does the UPU? Let me calm down. Let me try and calm down. Maybe I'll make more sense if I can calm down. You see, the reason I'm saying this is that Marcus Garvey, under the Universal Negro Improvement Association, was able to grow wealth and bring pride to the black people in America. This was a time black people were not nobody. Not now. It's what they are still lacking now. What Marcus Garvey left, they couldn't maintain it. Then I'm asking you, all this rapper wanna tie here so, wanna know so. What is the use of all this? Mona take Urhobo tell me tomorrow. I will not want to be so mean, but we are a people without a vision. Right now, we are scattered. The reason I ever started Urhobo television was the anger that the capital of Delta State is in Asaba. Now I know why we were there, why it's there. Because we are always looking to beg. We are waiting until government brings something for us. Now your money, Urhobo, now money now they take build Benin. You know, when we were in Benin, all our money were used to build the capital of which is Benin City. Today, it's the same. Your money has been used to build Asaba. You know, as Asaba did before, now it's left. I'm not even interested in the political money. Because we are too blessed to be poor. Omar Gege, you said to me that we are too rich to be poor. How come that Urhobo is still poor today? Oh, we want government money to come. You see, politicians, you want to be our problem. What can Omar Gege, even if you become the governor of Delta State for 20 years, for 100 years, there's not going to be no improvement in Urhobo nation. All the body is going to be to construct roads, construct bridges. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't mind that. Thank you so much for doing that. Listen, that's not. I don't want to attack him today. I want to leave the guy alone. I've dealt with him enough, and I have a reason to deal with him tomorrow. I'll see with that. Today is Urhobo, so I don't want to fight Urhobo, but I want to ask you one question. Of what use are you right now for the Urhobo nation? I want to ask my king a question. You have been appointed. You've been made a king. It's not an office that you will leave and after 10 years you leave. It's forever, sir. Why are you a king? What are you supposed to be doing on a daily basis? Is it true that king cannot grow the economy of their kingdoms? If so, what are you doing about it? Then let me ask you, the UP, that's why I say, no, they call them socio-cultural group, because I will not be, that's why I don't go there. I will never be part of a socio-cultural group. Are you out of your mind? What am I doing there? I'm looking for a place where people go to dance and eat banga soup. You think I'm going to waste my time there? Now, since they bomb me now and they eat banga soup in the name of UPU, can we move to a better thing? This is the 21st century. Can we evolve? Can we have a situation where we say it is time to grow the wealth? It may not be Urhobo Commonwealth, or we're going to give them another name. But let us come together and grow the nation. And how do you grow a nation? You are not independent until you can feed yourself. When you begin to feed yourself, you begin to talk and people begin to listen. Imagine, say, Urhobo get airline today. When you talk about Urhobo man, they say, oh, now get that airline. Before I know, now there's Aqua Ibom Air. If Enugu don't start to Enugu Air, if Delta State not get airline, will it be out of place if Urhobo get airline? What does it cost? Why do you people reduce yourself so much? If Marcus Garvey was thinking this way, would they have gotten it? The man in that time, he bought ships, not one, not two, vessel. Okuna, when they carry people from one place to the other. Please go and research Marcus Garvey. And go, please go, as you finish this show with me today, go and see, where did he get the money? Let me ask you this. Where did Marcus Garvey get the money? He didn't steal it. He got the money from us, his own people. and he used it to build this. I can only imagine if this man had a land to farm. He would have created the biggest farm. Now the white man would be going there to buy food from him. But he didn't have the opportunity to have land. But it's not true that, oh, Urhobo not get land, so we have the basis of any factory. Our land is so rich. There's no mistake about it. How come that we are where we are? Marcus Garvey spirit, they cry. Our forefathers are crying. This is not the Urhobo they plan. This is not. You know what? Now that everybody's even making money from a university, Urhobo could not even create one university. One small university. But our forefathers were able to create, you know how many years ago? Urhobo College. If our parents create Urhobo College of those days, now today, not we have Urhobo University, it will be better for us. We are the most stupid, wasteful generation of our time. And I said it, call my name. My name is KRIS. It's a shame. I saw the last place and I was watching this wonderful video. The king of Udu now just got staff of office. I'm going to visit all of you when I come. How many palaces I've not been to? And I've presented my case to each and everywhere I go. I always say that this Urhobo can be a different place. Do you know, Urhobo? You can be angry with me, but let me remind you, there is no single developed city in Urhobo nation. Not one. Are you waiting for Borori? Borori is the one that's going to develop the city. I'm wanting to know. Oh, maybe Borori was a governor. So can I developed? No, I'm on. You see, when I use the word there, when I talk, you people don't know what I'm saying. It's Ogara developed. That last time I said I was angry on that show. I said, do you guys know the meaning of development? When I talk about development, these are things I call development. Maybe my definition of development is different from your own. Having a Urhobo bank is development. Having a Urhobo agri sector of our own, where we farm and make money and sell. Oh, then we will have Urhobo today, Urhobo fish, Urhobo granite. You see, all those ones will be Urhobo development for me. Now, when you get to Urhobo nation and we have this brand Urhobo housing, don't forget when we don't even develop Urhobo land finish, if we still come plant one Urhobo housing estate for Lagos, so if we go plant one for Abuja, we are making money, right? Those are people with a vision. It will not be out of place if we acquire a plot of land in Abuja and we construct it and we make it our own estate. And we call it Urhobo estate. Ibro almost did this thing for us in Lagos. Because the man was so rich, he was buying. In fact, the last time I brought a container to Nigeria, my team would drop at Westminster. I didn't know where is that. When I reached there, all the Urhobo people now they see there. I said I able to get the place. I was so proud. Where is it now? Talk to me. Now, for those of you that don't understand the meaning of development, this is what I call development. Every day, every single day, the government of Nigeria, Delta State in particular, they are milking oil from your land. When I'm talking now, Shekiripo, you are not free. Ijo, you are not free. You should all be ashamed of yourself. Because what I'm talking about for Urhobo nation today, there's nothing wrong if Edo people do this. There's nothing wrong if Shekiri people do this. The fine young man, Shekiri King, can do this. Sir, you're a young man. I thought that by now, the Shekiri nation will be shining. Without initiative like this, you're going nowhere. But let me stick to Urhobo people today first. I'm confused, man. I'm confused why we exist. Like I started the show, I reminded you that Nigeria is made up of different ethnic nations, which is now like an oppressed people. And one time I feel sorry for the king. No! Maybe you guys deserve where you are now. Because where you are, let me ask this. Does the federal government of Nigeria stop you from doing business? Did the federal government of Nigeria stop us from having a petroleum, an oil and gas farm? Do they stop us from farming? So if we want to have RHOBO estate or our estate now, the federal government is going to fight us. The ones in Lagos, who are the ones building it? Roma will go buy a house for Lagos. So they will bury you there, no worry. When you wake up from your grave, now Yoruba, they will speak for you. They will knock you for head, which you can do for you. Nonsense. You want me to bury you for Lagos? They will bury you there. But that place, when you wake up, now your ancestors of Yoruba people, they will ask you what you do for them. On Monday, they will kick you out. Rubbish. Who stopped us? Now, I'm asking, who is doing this to us? Oh, somebody's here. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen, thank you. It's not a great day. It's not a day to be happy, to be honest. I'm asking a question. You see, it's not as if we cannot do this. So anything I talk about, if I know we cannot do it, I will not even mention it. And if I cannot give you instances of where it's been done, then it will be sad. I'm telling you, Marcus Garvey, one man with one paper bag, he was in America and he changed his fortune. And that is how we even managed to get independent. The black redemption came from him, Marcus Garvey. We call him the Moses of our time. Where is the Moses of Urhobo nation? It's not Esegamo. The last time we had Moses Tiger, I was thinking it was our Moses. Moses Tiger not going to be Moses. When other thought about the Moses, the Moses will come change name. Moses Tiger, when you were there, I was thinking, thank God, now your photo I bring. I not recognize this one. Now your photo I go see bring, sir. Where you are now, are you happy? When I was talking to you then, you were not listening. You celebrated UPU at 90 years old, 90 years, meaning we are not more than 90 years old organization. An organization that is more than 90 years old, how many years is Nigeria? I think we're about 95 now or 94. UPU. I think the last one was 93. A 93 years old organization. All the people from it, they don't die. When they're born that time, don't go. Now, I'm confused, or maybe it's me. Maybe it's that the KRIS that is just misbehaving. If not, my call for the reformation of the UPU is not a bad one. Like I said, so that una go know say una dey important. Because the president of UPU, sir, Esegan, it means you are the president of about 10 million people. Do you know what the meaning of 10 million? Cotonou, how many people there? How many people are in Togo? Gabon, even the Guinea are 2.something million. You have a population of 10 million, sir. That is bigger than a country. And you are a president of 10 million people. You cannot even make 10 naira for yourself. The UPU does not make a penny. If you see where this young boy now, the blessed, they go beg money. All UPU does is beg money. Governor, they come. Everybody, they gather. Make governor bring some more money. Of course. That's what happened to people when they don't make money. You see our king? They don't make money. That's why they give chieftaincy title. At least that is even something. Raise money. Give chieftaincy title, make money. I agree. But is that the best way to make money, sir? When you can actually have RHOBO Ogarafan. Because this UPU, if you're going to work, you might actually take advantage of all the kingdoms. The way I describe this, the estate now, 24 estate to start with, because that's what I will do. I will make sure there is estate in all the kingdoms. And Urhobo sons and daughters will have their houses there. Because when I come up with the plan was going to go on without you. Whether you buy or not, now you know, I they go. As I'm building, you are buying. That money, by the time I finish, I'll build another one. RHOBO, that is what we call sustainable development. The money that will come from that housing, we buy another one. And we buy another one. And we buy another one. RHOBO go dey grow. That is housing. Is it the farm you want to get it wrong? How can you get it wrong? How can somebody tell you that my job is to build road? That's what I ask Bororo every day. When you can see this beautiful thing happening in my time. Do you people have vision at all? Is it agric you cannot do? Is it farm we cannot farm in Urhobo land? How can Urhobo man not feed himself? In fact, God go the verse for all of now. That Urhobo go to bed hungry, God will be angry because you have the best land. The rain, the rain in our area, enough water. You don't go anywhere before you get water to water your plant. Look at Ethiopia where they don't even have water. Now they're dragging water from sea and they are exporting food. Ethiopia is now exporting food. Look at you, look at the Ethiopia. You go just put farm, water don't reach your farm. You couldn't farm, sir. Sir, what I can hear is that you could not farm. King is sitting down. My king said, now already they stay. 90% of our king now already they stay. I know so around the day worry. That one when they Agbo now already they stay. The Agbo, sorry guy. More than no verse. Because you have no job in your kingdom. You know job, sir. You see, the same way I'm saying to a king that is made to a king, his job will be to wake up every day and say, wow. Your children, we are your subjects, sir. We need leadership. That's all we need, though. What did Marcus Garvey bring in? Marcus Garvey brought in leadership. Sir, fine man, Moses Tiger, you failed in your leadership. Now you went and handed over to Oswald. You say a barrister, because when you hear barrister, everybody go to think say now this man with barrister, no they hear what. This man is a weakling. More than no verse, and not get respect for anybody that if you go and take on responsibility, you carrying the destiny of many people, and your sluggishness is killing destiny of children. You think that is a joke? Your sluggishness is you are buying as these young people they talk about. You buy destiny of many young people. If I not talk, I go see talk, and I go verse. I know my job is to make you angry. And that is what I exist to do. When I go wake up. Urhobo, let us wake up. We need a reformation of the UPU. This rapper one at the time, so I know many people here. So I know when they hear the talk. Because I know not here. I have eminent people here. You see the last president of UPU here? That is a gentleman. I don't know why you don't go home and be president there, sir. But we're gonna move the goalpost now because not the UPU we have now in UK. You get to move. I want a UPU that can actually grow our wealth. Mona tell me say it's not possible. Then prove to me that this is impossible. But I've come to you now. I said the UPU can actually grow the wealth of the Urhobo nation, and I'm saying that UPU should have a farm like Urhobo farm. Under my slogan, I call it Urhobo Agric. When I say farm, I don't know say now only cassava farm. You can do yam farming. You can have fishery. We should have piggery. All these things are too possible, sir. And every kingdom, I'll be doing it across the 24 kingdoms. So I don't think we can ever get this wrong. That's what Urhobo Agric can do. Do you know the funniest thing? All this while that I'm here, I've not been chance to be home to sit down at least for 3 months and work with Urhobo people. So I don't blame all of you that much. Then I talk about Urhobo Bank. You know, our women, now Lapo they go collect money to do farm, to do business. So, in fact, the last time I said to my people, I said, my grandfather had this Osusu. They will put their money every weekend. And if they want to send their children to school, they come and take some of this money, like loan, and they begin to pay their little contribution. At the end of the year, they must have paid all their money and they still have some little things to take home. That is Urhobo Susu. What happened to that? Even our King Palace, when I not use and take do bank, they do to Urhobo Susu. Because the bank we are talking about, it must not be the conventional bank. But even if it's the conventional bank, the better, so that every Urhobo sons and daughter may they pay your salary into your Urhobo bank. The place they are paying your salary into now, sometimes you can't even get a loan there. But this loan we are own like Urhobo bank is we want to finance our housing, to finance our farm. The farm will in fact make money and put it into the bank. You pay into our bank. We can't get a population of 10 million people. Are you poor people? No, maybe you don't get it right. How can 10 million people not be able to raise money to have a successful bank, have a successful university? Do you know how much they're making from university these days? Oh God. I don't know what to do with you guys, man. I'm not saying, even down to I will come up with RHOBO supermarket. You know how the Indians do their things here? They will go and buy the things in stock from the manufacturer. That's all these off licenses. They now supply when the truck will come, they will supply the off licenses. So they are getting the things at a very cheap rate. Nobody want one poor person from Urhobo go buy goods from another poor person when the poor person go buy from another poor way. So the price is always going up and up and up. With RHOBO supermarket, you don't even need to have a shop. RHOBO don't need to have a shop. I will bring the stock in bulk. If you have a shop, we will stock your shop. And then you sell and bring our money back. Because you are buying at a very reduced rate. Everybody will buy from our supermarket. Are you not ashamed that you're going to ShopRite to do shopping? You don't even have ShopRite. Only one you worry. We are sick people, man. We are very deep. In fact, I don't know the word to use for us. One another verse. I have bad mouth. I cannot talk well of you right now. Because the reason we are suffering is not because of Nigerian government alone. It's because we refuse to come together. Our king forgot who they were or who they are. A king is an ordained man from God. Because anything we bless on earth is blessed in heaven. Once everybody come together and say this is a king, it's accepted in heaven. God will not come down to make a king. The one we make, God will accept him as a king. Then, sir, you have been made a king of what you are, not vessel. If we don't talk to each other in this bitter way, we're never going to get up. And I talk from the position of authority. I started by asking you people, are you happy with where we are? When I go to all these kingdoms, man, our king gonna do also. Let me ask this. You are a king in Ogara or anywhere you are. The region of Okpe, all the kings there. And I get local government. Now the news is coming that the money coming to your local government is about 400 million. Sir, are you aware of that? The king of Ogara, of Ogara, are you aware that we'll get about 400 million every month? Okay. I'm just talking some of the job of the UPU, not that UPU is dead. UPU, are you aware that we have how many local governments in the Urhobo nation? So if you imagine the amount of money coming there in a month, say 400 million times 8 or 10 local governments, that's not small money. We are part of the super deck. How much is our own that is there? I'm talking that even if you want to do agitation for what belongs to us, other than doing business, don't you think you can actually ask the local government, the money that came last month, sir, how was it spent? You are a king, nobody will beat you, sir. You are UPU, nobody's going to beat you. And if you cannot do this, what are you there for? Why did you call yourself a king? Why did you set up UPU? If you cannot be there working for us, of what use are you? Because our money is coming. Some people keep siphoning this money. They are doing it every day. In fact, the Stopadec is one of the most useless organizations. The day when I go face now, that the KRIS go do your own. But what are we doing to ourselves? Would it be out of place if our king now asks, okay, even if UPU not work, I know say the king when they gather. When I get president, when I get the head of the kings, when I get secretary, sir, that you can actually issue statement as the kings of the kingdoms. demanding accountability. Because the way I see UPU, UPU will just be the executive arm. Then the PG that are gathered, they should be the legislative arm. The judicial arm should be actually the kings that judge the cases. Cases should not be judged. They should end up in our king. We don't go to Nigerian courts. We're a kingdom. We're a nation. We can organize ourselves. And you know what we're going to get? We're going to have a very prosperous nation. Like I said now, imagine, say, Urhobo get Urhobo airline. So as we are on air, everybody say, oh, Urhobo airline is there. We land at Abuja today. They go tell president, say, will they exist? They go tell Delta State, any governor in Nigeria, say, will they exist? Even if we do well to fly abroad, if this young man, what the name, will get Peace Airline, they fly to Europe, what is wrong if we start to fly Europe? How can it be so difficult? You are ruling 10 million people. How can somebody who run Air Peace be richer than somebody that is in charge of 10 million people? You're asking me where's the money? If 10 million people will only pay for an identity card, which is something I introduced for Urhobo, Nigerian government cannot stop me from having an identity card for my own people. We just want to identify ourselves. And it costs you only 1,000 naira to do this. 1,000 times 10 million is how much? Because by virtue of you having the identity, you now can access some of the things. We now know you can vote. You can do a lot of things. I'm sure it will not break Urhobo sons and daughters' account. It will not break our bank. We will happily do it, sir. What use today I'm asking is the UPU. Let us reform it, sir. Let us restructure it. Because the reason I'm saying this, I wanted to just talk only about the Commonwealth today. But how can I implement this Commonwealth without a structure? The structure in place that is still the most viable one is still the UPU. I don't want to hear the UPU, the progress they annoy me. It should be Urhobo Union. The next ESCO of the UPU should have the vision. Not to tie wrapper, eat banga soup, organize 1 year convention, because the young people don't do their convention now. I'm sure I will go do national convention once. It don't finish, oh. So the essence of you as UPU ESCO is to organize a yearly convention. At least the thing when I hear of in those days, launching, I don't feel they launch one thing. But I'm not a fan of launching. Can't we do business, sir? Can we come together and do business? Marcus Garvey did it too. African Union are not doing it. What is so hard if we put money together and raise money? Urhobo sons and daughters will be the investors, they will be the shareholders, and they will be the workers. Would that be so bad? That's the question I'm asking you. That's why I'm frustrated today. And that's why I am here today to ask. I'm asking sincerely. I sincerely believe that if we can reform the UPU to meet this standard, they should be, in fact, they should be elected to work Monday to Friday. Because at this current UPU, they don't have office. Even if we have that big house called the ones in I forgot the name of the place, not verse one, not verse for me, because I didn't find it difficult to pronounce that place, but I know where it is. You know? It's a place there where the president can stay. In fact, in my vision, I will build that place so that when you become president, you move in there. The way you move into Osadebe house, that's how you move into there. And you serve us. When you finish, you move out. The next president will go there and stay and work. The comfort will be there. We're not going to get 20 cars, but you have a car, you have security. An entourage that will take you where. But you are going to work, sir. You're not going there for fun. No? Not to organize yearly convention, but to grow the wealth of the Urhobo nation within Nigerian state. We'll be a nation within the nation, because that's who we are. I started the show by reminding you that Nigeria is made up of different ethnic nations. And there's nothing wrong if these ethnic nations begin to grow their own wealth and tap on the Nigeria as a ladder to grow, because you have a big market. So anything I produce in Urhobo nation, I can sell within Nigeria. Now, actually, I can sell within Africa. without restriction. Who said we cannot do so? That's the question I'm asking. If that is the case, of what use is the UPU then? Maybe then it's time. Then if you guys agree with me that we can do business as a people, because we are 10 million people, that we can grow our own wealth without waiting for anybody, then we thank God. Then let's reform the UPU and get it going. I'm saying that we need to have RHOBO Bank there. We have the RHOBO University, RHOBO Agric, RHOBO Housing, RHOBO Petroleum, RHOBO Supermarket. And above all, we have RHOBO Security. The last time I talked about RHOBO Security, they thought it's only going to cost us money. No, it's going to make money for us. Because if you want to do party and you want to be secured, we will send our security to guide you. They're like local vigilantes. Don't you use security in your house, in your business? I have one now in Asaba. RHOBO Security will supply you the staff. So you can't get this wrong. You see, you know why this is so frustrating for me? I would have loved to do it myself. But if the day I die and that day he die, it's not a personal thing, it's a national thing. A very lot of successful people are in Urhobo land now. One and no verse. When they die, the thing don't go. I can promise you guys. Pikin when not work for anything, don't know how to maintain them. Besides, the child doesn't have the vision you have. Why do you think he's going to maintain it? I don't want to talk about my own parents. I'm going to try and end the show here. No, but I'm not going to end the show here. Let me play one RHOBO to show who we are as a people, because we can groove well. You know, so I like that groove part of us. Let me try and play it. And when I come back, I'm going to remind you what I talked about today, and I'm going to close the show. But let us dance 1 minute. You know, I love this. They say, go. Let's dance. I'm going to try and run down what the show is all about today. Like I said today, an opportunity to talk about a proposal I have for RHOBO Nation, something I have about again. For some reason, my time is not working, so I keep talking. Hopefully that it will pick up soon, because I don't know why it's not adding to stage. That's not funny. Okay. Well, my network is funny here, but I'm doing what I'm doing anyway. But I say the people for home that don't power don't I don't listen. This I am saying that, like what every other redemption in life, we can redeem the Urhobo nation. We do that by being independent way. I'm not just succeed from Nigeria, but let us grow a wealth within our nation inside the same Nigeria. This model I'm talking about, the Shekiri can use it, the Ijo can use it. Everybody can use this. What am I saying is that if the organization, the body that rules us, now I will be looking at a king, but if we don't have a king, now we have the that is ruling over us. I see what we are doing. I love rules already. I see you as the executive arm of the Urhobo nation. That's the elected one. And the council of the Urhobo, they form the our king at the judiciary. So that structure, we know that the people that are actually going to carry out the work, the day-to-day activities will be the well designed to do so. I am saying that they should be paid. It's not a voluntary job. And the language must be removed. We are not a social group. It's the government of an ethnic nation within Nigeria. Let's understand. The UPU should be seen and should be treated and must know that they are a government of an ethnic nation of 10 million people within Nigeria. It's not small. How are you going to do that? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying break away from Nigeria. No, work within Nigeria. Set up your own government. They have to work Monday to Friday. Their own job is to grow the wealth of the nation. I'm not talking everybody can touch. Come up with Urhobo Commonwealth. The model of Commonwealth is to invest money with the aim of getting profit. So you set up the bond, they can buy their shares. They can choose to invest in agriculture, they can choose to invest in education, they can choose to invest in petroleum or in housing. Any other way, we're not going to have shortage of investment. And sometimes we might be able to raise money as loan as well to build some of these things ourselves. And I ask myself, if the UPU now really come to that understanding, then they can grow us. They can set up a bank. The bank will be very important because so that becomes our financial hub where our money goes in and out. If you want to buy shares, it's our bank we're going to use. So we use our own bank. So that's very important. This can also give loan to so that want to do business. The aim of making profit, they will not be what they call it. They will not be able to be that charge you 20% for people don't know that it's 7%, 8% loan, but they bring the money back. But that will be profit. So if we do that, do you know how much Nigerian banks are making? We don't want to talk about that. And I said we can have RHOBO Agric, a place where we farm. You know, the farming aspect of it is very important. So we have RHOBO Agric, we farm, we do the right thing. That cannot be that bad. RHOBO farm is very important. And I talk about RHOBO housing to a very long extent on this show. And like I said, of this petroleum sector, if we take it from our land, there is not true. If 10 million people say we're going to have our refinery, it cannot be that difficult. It cannot be that difficult. 10 people in the refinery can't do it. That's what we're going to do. This move from gas from convention into practical work that will grow the Urhobo nation. We're going to end up having a refinery, RHOBO housing estate all over the places, RHOBO supermarket, RHOBO farm, and RHOBO farm. In fact, our product will be branded. We have RHOBO fish. In fact, when I talk of this, they are Greeks. only if we have a body that is going to run it. Not the socio-cultural group you have now. You need an executive that goes to work Monday to Friday, charged with the responsibility of managing resources. And actually, not just managing resources, making money, spending money to grow. How you going to raise money from our taxes? You can raise money because you know we have to collect a little bit of levy from us, and they have a right to collect investment from us and use that one to make money for us. The people, their job is to work Monday to Friday so that business is moving forward. I don't know what is going on today. For some reason, I don't know what is happening. So if my network is this bad now, meaning it is the broadcast will be very, very poor, then I will not be able to continue along that line. But I'm going to come back with this broadcast. And I'm going to, hopefully by next week, I'll be hosting the new president of the Councils of Chiefs of RHOBO Nation. I'll be having a word with Omene on this platform. I've told him hopefully we'll be able to do next week. And these are the things I'm talking about him. Young people, but guys are not very young. Young. I have to wake up tonight. I am not broadcasting them because what I'm seeing now is strange. So maybe it's time for me to just end the show because it's not looking funny. It's not. You see, this is something I asked to come long ago. I don't know the kind of the network I'm having at this night. Oh, there's no single network on my phone. Now I see why. Well, Nigerians, I'm going to end the show where it is right now. For some reason, my network is really, really weak, and I don't think we can continue this broadcast in this manner. So let me call it off today. I'm happy that I've been able to pass the message across to some extent. If you cannot see me, you can hear me. I'm not sure, but I can see myself, but probably it's only me that can see myself. But I want to say thank you very much for joining me. My name is Daddy KRIS, and I am calling for the reformation, to restructuring, for not just restructuring, for the reformation of the RHOBO Union, or RHOBO Progress Union. I am of the opinion that it should be called a RHOBO Union, very short, and the ESCO should be charged with the opportunity, with the responsibility to grow wealth for RHOBO sons and daughters within the nation. And I have outlined, I've come up with something that I call the RHOBO COMMONWEALTH. They can use that ring within the 24 kingdom to go into the RHOBO market, RHOBO agri, RHOBO bank, RHOBO housing, RHOBO petroleum, RHOBO airline. It's nothing we cannot achieve if we do that. I said, let's take a cue from Marcus Garvey, who came from Jamaica, put black people together in America, and was able to grow wealth for them. We can do it our time. Thank you very much for joining me. I don't think I can do anything better than what I've done today. I'll come back, like I said again, to come and talk about this, and hopefully do this better with you. Right now, I want to go take a break because tomorrow is a new week. And I want to say thank you. I know many of you went to church today. I don't want to disturb you. I'm happy I don't tell you anything about your pastors today. Let me say thank you very much for joining me. We will do this again. I won't end the show. I want to sing the show by giving us the RHOBO National Anthem. Hopefully it will play. Let's have the RHOBO National Anthem across the show. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye. See, I know that the video won't play, but